Lord. Hey, y'all. Today I'm going to be doing some one question readings like every Tuesday. I need to put in the comments what my information is. Hold on, y'all. I got too much going on. I need to put on the music first and then I can get to it. I actually just got out of reading a couple minutes ago. It was a really great reading. I really enjoyed it. We going with the 90s today. Ish. Hey, Danny. But it actually was a really good reading, y'all. I feel like it made me realize though that the way that we've been moving in society when it comes to men and being vulnerable really has long lasting effects on their mental health, you know? And I feel like there's so many men who just afraid to feel, not understanding that that's where their guidance is, you know? All of us in general though, because I mean, women are told they're too sensitive too. So it was just a good session. I feel like it just made me realize we all really struggling from the same thing, but just in a different font. So yeah, hold on. Let me drop my information in the chat in case somebody want to read in today. The one question readings, I don't use tarot or anything like that. I'm just a medium, and then eventually I'm gonna start doing flame readings using my deck, which I can't wait until it gets here because it'll be here. It'll be here next week. Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh, people are buying the pre-order deck. Hold on, wait a second. Period. I got 3 orders that done came through. Wait a minute. Period. Hold on. What was I doing? Let me not get distracted. That's crazy. Period. I love that for me. Because if I can get enough people in the pre-order, I can get it at a cheaper price and I can sell it to y'all for a cheaper price, which I'm really excited about because it's not really a traditional tarot deck. It's an Oversoul Codex. It's a living technology that's meant to help us while we're on our journey. So I guess while I wait to pull this up, let me pull up my website and tell y'all what some of these card meanings are, because this is very soul aligned for this is very soul aligned. Damn. That's crazy. Shout out to y'all. I'm really excited about sharing this because I was trying to make a tarot deck and I've been trying to make a tarot deck for a second. But the first time that I sat down to write it, and this is alignment. Alignment is important. The first time I sat down to write the tarot deck, I couldn't think of what to do. Like, I wanted it to be different. I knew I wanted it to be melanated beings, but I didn't want to do it like traditional tarot, and it just wasn't aligned at that moment. So what I did is I tabled it because I sat down, I tried to write it, it would not come. And so after doing the Atlantis series, which is what I've been doing every Wednesday, I got the idea to turn the Oversoul Codex and our Path Back to Soul Remembrance into a tarot deck so that you can basically use it to either pull one card a day, you know, to tell you where you are on your journey, or, you know, whatever. You can use it to like do your own readings, and every single thing has like a ritual or like advice or, you know, things for you to follow to tell you where you are on your journey that I feel like is missing from tarot. Like tarot, I feel like is very much so like the mental journey, but this is supposed to be like soul encoded, meaning that it talks about things in this environment like distortion and mimic energy, which is what we see when there's like a spiritual invasion in your energy field. It talks about stuff like that. It talks about soul fragments and soul retrieval. It talks about past lives. And you know, I feel like original tarot don't talk about like the nuanced subjects within spirituality, which is why I wanted to make this. And I wanted it to look like us because, you know, when I went out and I was looking for tarot decks, the only tarot decks that I could find that had us on it, and they weren't even tarot decks, they were oracle decks, were like the Orishas and stuff like that. I don't see any type of mainstream tarot decks that look like me, you know, look like me, look like my grandma, look like my granddaddy, look like my motherfucking people. And we're too damn beautiful to not have our own space within that. So I was just like, you know what? I want to create this. Like, it talks about soul contracts. It talks about grid walkers. Like, cause some of y'all are so melanated because y'all are aligned with Earth. And just by you walking places on Earth, you recalibrate Earth's frequency. You know, by you holding your own resonance. And that's why authenticity is so important. So much energy went into me creating this tarot deck to talk about dreams and stuff like that. You know, like, I feel like people don't talk about that in tarot. Like, when you are on your spiritual journey and all of a sudden your visions start coming in and your dreams start coming in and shit start getting weird, and because we don't have a place to go and because we think those subjects are nuanced, we don't really talk about them on a deep level. So I wanted to give us a space or a product that can help us talk about that. You know, and in every single card that I made, there are sigils and symbols that your soul remembers, but your mind just don't remember. So even by just looking at these cards and looking at some of these symbols, it can start to activate certain things inside of you. Yeah, because we really like that. So I'm excited to see how this goes. Like, I get my specific deck on the 26th, I believe. And I cannot wait to get on here and show y'all, because it took so much for me to get it the right alignment. I put borders on it. Hey, Shay Shay. Like, it's us. So it's like the suits are similar to regular tarot, but it's still specific differences because this is aligned with your oversoul. And if you don't know what your oversoul is, it's basically the energy that you were created out of. When they talk about the God within, not all of us have the same God within, because not all of us come from the same oversoul. And you can think of like your oversoul as like a sun, and thank you, Shay Shay, and you as being like like one of the rays that's coming off of the sun, right? And so your oversoul holds it's like your higher self, but it's like your higher self. Your higher self is your incarnational God, whereas your oversoul is the God for every single version of you've been, whether you was earthbound or whether you was on in another star system. Like, it's everything. It's your soul information, your soul memories, which come through your heart, you know. And so I didn't see no tarot deck talking about that type of shit. Like, it talks about the mental path, you know. It's very mental focused, just like I feel like human design is mental focused, just how I feel like astrology is mental focused. But it doesn't talk about it from a soul perspective. And that's why I created this fucking deck. And that's why I've been doing the work that I've been doing when it comes to Atlantis and Lemuria and Mu. You know, we look at these places as like being myths, and that's not true, because I have memories from it. I've been there. I've seen what it looks like. You know, so it's just, I want to bring back, like, I feel like those of us who are starting to remember who we are, those of us who are starting to remember what our life purpose was and our mission was coming back here, we got to start recreating our own soul technology. And it doesn't mean that it's alienating anybody, because, you know, I don't mean to alienate anybody, but the truth of the matter is that we've been told that we are the same, and that is not true. That is not true. You know, and so that's why I've been working so hard on my content and just sharing the things that I've been sharing, because we are not the same. And so if we keep following the blueprint that they laid out for us, we're never going to get to where we're going, you know? And so that's why I created the deck, y'all. And I'm really proud of it. Like, there's only like 3 or 4 oversoul cards that actually, hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's about 6 of the oversoul cards that mimic tarot, but everything else, no, it's brand new. Like, I have this card that I think I posted about a couple times, but it's the soul fragment card. I think this card is what is important because it's that hidden memory. It's those trauma wounds that come from previous lifetimes. It's about soul retrieval. And we don't realize that when we go through trauma in our lives, even something as small as a car accident, Sometimes our astral body will decide to go back to the astral plane, and we'll get rips and tears in our soul, because we're either hiding parts of ourselves. Something traumatic happened where we got so scared that part of ourselves just like ripped away from us. And when we start going on our journey and we're trying to become whole again, we got to find those parts again, which means we got to heal from those areas. And what happens when you get an astral tear is that tear is filled with all of those thoughts that came from that traumatic experience. And that's why anytime somebody says something that reminds you of it, it's like pressing a button, because all of that stuff starts coming to the top. Well, when you remove all of that stuff, you can get to the bottom of what the issue was, and you can find what was missing. And so many of us feel like things are missing, and it's really different parts of us. And that can come from trauma, it can come from betrayal, it can come from energetic invasion as well. Sometimes we have energies outside of ourselves that will try to put seals or blocks on our heart space, on our, altar major chakra, because a lot of y'all don't know what the altar major chakra is, which is helps you with oversoul embodiment. Same with the 2 chakras behind your knees, oversoul embodiment. And we just have not been taught enough about the soul, right? And so this specific card is about that. And basically it pops up in the deck when you're ready to reclaim those parts of yourself that you have abandoned. Maybe because society told you to, because of trauma, because of betrayal and things like that. And what this card really tells you is that you are not broken. You are not broken. You're just waiting for pieces of yourself to return, And then then I put rituals on here, and the rituals ain't just no regular rituals. Yes, it's stuff for y'all to say, but also some of it requires mirror work. Some of it requires candle work. Hey, Haja. Along with meditations and journal prompts and stuff for y'all to do. So it's very specific, And then the shadow side of that would be you being stuck in abandonment patterns and trust wounds and amnesia, like those pieces of your soul that you don't remember because you've locked it away, So there's some amnesia, also avoidance and spiritual bypassing. So many people think that they've healed from things, and they convince themselves that they healed from it, and they haven't healed from it. But because they convince themselves that they have, then they never go back and look at that area. So this card comes out to tell you, hey, you ain't done, you not as healed as you think you are, right? This is where addiction, chronic disconnection, looping relationship wounds, seeking validation through unhealed parts, or an inability to trust. You may find yourself repeating old pain unconsciously, right? And then also the amnesia around your spiritual gifts. Yeah, I have never heard of the oversoul before. I always learn so much from you. Oh, thank you, girl. But yeah, the oversoul is, they're not gonna teach you about the oversoul, because Earth was we're gonna talk about this tomorrow. If y'all been watching the Atlantis series that I've been doing, tomorrow we're gonna wrap it all together, and we're gonna talk about the Lyran Wars, because the Lyran Wars, which was the first harmonic society, is actually where we fell out of harmony, right? And so Earth was created as like a contingency plan, and so was Atlantis and Mu, because that energy was going to echo through the lower dimensions. So they were created. The live is at 1 p.m. Pacific time, so that's 3 Central, 4 Eastern. But I go live to do spiritual talk on Wednesdays. If y'all didn't know that, I go live every Wednesday at that time. But we're just wrapping up the Atlantis part of it, or the past part of it, because we need to start working on the future, because Uranus has entered Gemini. So that means over these next 2025 to 2033, the most important years of our life, because that's when the grid is stabilizing, and we get to make a choice between staying in control and distortion and fear, or moving into the new earth frequency, which is about harmony and balance and things like that. But anyways, what I was saying is that Atlantis was a experimental harmonic society that was meant to, they knew Atlantis was going to fall into polarity because of what had happened in Lyra, which was at a higher density. And anything that happens at the higher density comes down to the low, as above, so below. And so they knew it was going to trickle down, and that's why it was created. But most of us were seeded from Lyra, meaning like we were from that thing, the thing that happened. And a lot of us are on redemption missions. And then other people were seeded from other star systems, just because we were all kind of working together, which is something I'm going to touch on tomorrow in the live. But they won't tell you that Earth was a place for you to embody your oversoul and to form, because they knew that pain and that trauma and that control was coming down. And if our oversoul actually anchors in the way that it's supposed to anchor, that's when you know yourself, you remember yourself, you get to create while you're awake, you play with angelic codes, like all of those things, right? So they don't tell you about your oversoul on purpose, because if they told you about your oversoul, then you would not have to rely on their systems. You would have to go inside. You would need religion. You wouldn't need a corporation. You would need a job, because you have gifts. You know, it would be more about community and union and working together. So they can't really tell you about your oversoul. But your oversoul is the energy that created you. Okay? So this is talking about that. It's like soul level recovery that needs to happen, but it's not about you rushing through the process. It's about you getting into rhythm with yourself. Okay, so what this card is really telling you on the shadow side is that you don't have to heal it all at one time. Just love what's here right now as enough, you know, and don't over identify with your wounds, because some people take on your wounds as like a personality trait. You stuck in victimhood and you keep thinking that this is me, I'm just going to be depressed and anxious the rest of my life, or all these bad things are happening to me, it must be something wrong with me. And that's not what it is. Everything that you have been through is an experience. And I don't say that to negate the things that people have been through. I have been through a lot of fucking trauma in my life. That's why I'm here today, you know. But this card is telling you that even when you shatter, you are still perfect. You know, you're not broken. You know, so that's one of my favorite cards out of the deck. Another one that I love is the Grid Walker, because again, we don't talk about how the more melanin you have, the more connected to Earth you are, which means you just need to walk the Earth and you heal her if your resonance is where it's supposed to be. You shift her into a higher frequency, right? And so we don't know that we doing this. So the Grid Walker is the one who moves in rhythm with the Earth's song lines. These are the subtle currents of energy that flow through the land, carry memory codes and ancient transmissions, right? This is a literal thing. It's not metaphoric, right? The Grid Walker appears when your soul is being activated to travel, meaning that a lot of times when you want to go somewhere, or your whole life wanted to go to Paris, your whole life hey sweetie, your whole life you wanted to go to California. It's not because you want to go there. It's because on a soul level, you are meant to do some work there. And that work doesn't require you to do anything but be present in that space. For example, California. I've been wanting to come to California my entire life. Paris sits on a rose gold node, the rose grid nodal point. Okay? I am from the rose grid. I came here to reestablish the rose grid. California is on a creative hub that's been distorted. So just by me being here, I'm doing work. Since I got here, I was spiritually attacked for 2.5 years in a row. My energy was felt the moment that I got here. The moment, you know? So some of you just need to walk land. San Diego, water portal. I was born in Norfolk, Virginia, water portal. You know, I grew up in Indiana, which is a neutral zone, because I needed to learn how to come into my gift slowly instead of quickly. The energy there is really, really, really slow, and it's a neutral place so that I don't come in too fast. So I couldn't come to California when I was a kid because I might have had a chance to be distorted, right? LA is in my astrocartography, but don't know anyone there. Me either, girl. I picked the date 3 months out and just said I'm going to LA November 21st, 2021, and just got the fuck on. Don't know. Yes, this is Keith. This is Keith. And I said we're in the 90s right now. But the Grid Walker card, it's about your embodied mission. And again, when you working in spirit, it don't require force. You don't need to do anything but be your authentic self so you can hold the resonance. Okay? So this card tells you you're not lost. You are being guided to places where memory is restored, because the memory is in the land. You should. Indianapolis is not a bad city. Like I love my city. You know, like I genuinely do. Hey Bernard. I feel like they got a basketball team. They got a football team, they got a baseball team. They definitely drink a lot there, because what else is there to do? Definitely gonna have a good time in the party scene. I have been all around the world partying. LA, Miami. I ain't really had a good time. I ain't really have a time in New York. I need to have a time in New York. You know, but I've been all around, and I feel like maybe it's because I know everybody, but Indy still has a really good fucking nightlife. Like it really does, you know? So yeah, so then there's some rituals about how to connect to the earth and how to connect to the ley lines, and what things to say to reconnect yourself to those ancient technologies that exist inside of you, right? And then the shadow side is about burnout and being obsessed with your mission, so much so that you are disembodied in a way, because you're constantly looking for things to do, looking for more and more and more, thinking you're not doing enough, right? That's the other side of that card, right? Nothing like that is in traditional tarot. And then we got the distortion mask, which is about mimicry, right? Because all of this energy that don't, like, there's 144,000 of us who are melanite crystalline beings. We came for the Atlantis project, okay? We came for the Atlantis project specifically. And we came to redo harmony, but create another harmonic society since Lyra fell, right? So what we knew was coming because of the Lyran Wars was mimicry energy, meaning this energy that mimics you. Like, it's like almost like that AI energy where, that AI, those AI phone calls they be placing that have been mimicking the voices of family members saying they kidnapped, send me some money, da da da. You know, like mimic. They can only mimic, they cannot create, because it's a synthetic energy, or it's an energy that's disconnected from its oversoul, meaning it don't have access to its heart space. It don't have access to soul energy, right? So this card is about inversion. It's about when you have a false identity, or you have an ego construct that's standing in the way, or if there's still mimic energy in your field. Because what we don't understand about us being clairaudient beings is that not every voice that comes through our head belongs to us, right? And so sometimes we get an attachment on our field because we got a weakness from trauma, from betrayal, from whatever, and it's giving us thoughts into our heads that don't really belong to us. So that's when this card comes up. And it also tells you that sometimes the people around you who you lean on for spiritual guidance have are carrying agendas, basically. You know, so this is what this card is about. It's about liberating yourself. It's about taking off the mask and stop feeding into the fear and the control and even those inner voices that are in ego and trauma and fear, right? So it's about learning how to accept yourself, how to release control around things, and how to step into your true essence instead of doing things out of convenience, doing things out of fear, things like that, okay? And then the shadow side of that card is about imposter syndrome, right? It's about the fear of being seen, you know. It's also about people being entangled with the false light. So when Atlantis fell, and these distorted forces entered into the field of Earth, what they did is they created energetic overlays over Earth's own, like, grid points. And so where we came here to embody the oversoul, we had access to oversold cities and light cities and stuff like that. But with these overlays laying over it, sometimes if you are operating out of fear, you're not going to connect with the appropriate thing because you don't have an open and expanded heart. So it basically is preying on people who are looking for genuine connection with spirit, but are still moving out of fear and distortion and stuff like that. So what happens is you'll connect with one of these false light systems, and yes, they mimic these oversouls, and that's why you can feel truth in what it's saying, but a lot of times they are requiring like obedience, and there's a lot of urgency and rushing through things because you connected to the wrong thing, right? So yeah, basically this card is telling you that you might be connecting to the wrong thing, even your higher self. Sometimes your higher self can be a trickster spirit. You know, I don't see no other cards or anything system out there like talking about this. So that's another one. And the dream code is about basically the dreams and visions that you are having. The dimensional mirror is about I love Jilly from Philly. This moment when you recognize yourself across timelines. Yeah, I'm doing readings right now, y'all. I just wanted to talk about my deck real quick because all last night I was putting together all the descriptions and stuff, and they're now on my website. If y'all want to go check the cards out before the artwork on the cards is breathtaking, so beautiful. Thank you. But the definitions and stuff is up on my website right now if y'all want to go check out the cards and like the meanings and stuff like that. That's basically what I was getting at. But what I was saying is that this deck is not just a tarot deck. It's a living codex, and it's meant to help us who are ready to remember. Okay. So yes, sweetie, I'm doing readings today. I really need to find me some food before I bite this damn desk. Yes, I am. Let me put my thing in the chat real quick so y'all know where to send payment. 1 second. Zelle. I don't know if they're gonna let me pin it or not. Let's see. Yeah, they won't let me. I don't know why they don't let me pin comments, but that's the Zelle and my Cash App. If y'all want to read in, just send over the funds. I'll be on for about probably like an hour and a half, maybe 2, doing some readings. Because I did a reading this morning. It was a really good reading. But on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'll be doing live readings. It's for Zelle, it's Taja Moore 16. So TAJAMOORE 16 at Gmail. For Cash App, it's Big Taj with 3 J's, which is my TikTok name. Can anybody else see that comment or no? But yes, the art is gorgeous. It looked just like us. And I love that for us. That's crazy because it definitely won't even let me pin it or nothing. I don't understand. It's not letting me. Thank you. Period. I just added to the website a, what do you call it? Oh, pre-order. Because right now the cards are $34 a deck, but if you buy like only one of them, shipping is $16.99, and so the cards come out to be like 58 something. And I feel like that's egregious. So what I'm doing is a pre-order, and those are for people who don't mind waiting. If I get enough, once I get enough people, I'll go ahead and purchase the decks. And yeah, so that I'm trying to sell it to y'all for $33.33 instead of the 58. So in order for me to order in bulk, I have to have enough people pre-order. So the pre-order option is on my website. And I also offer Klarna Afterpay, all stuff like that too. But yeah, and if y'all want to share my videos that I've been posting about it, that would be awesome, because I'm trying to just reach enough people. And once I get the cards here, I'm gonna make more content and stuff. Hey Shanique. Yeah, and thank you, I appreciate y'all. But the deck is gorgeous. Like, I was excited to share this. Like, I've been working on this for a while. Okay, let me look. Okay, the last name is like Keela. I'm new and listening to your podcast, Becoming No One. How can I draw cards for myself? So right now you can go to my website, and if you scroll, yep, that's it. You can scroll down to my website to where the tarot deck is and hit where it says tarot descriptions, and all of the cards are listed there. So what I would do is just go with whatever card, like the visual that calls you in, and click on that card and see what it says. Yes, love, what's your question? And for everybody else, I'm doing $11 readings. So I'm doing 1 question reading. So if you want to read it, I put my information. Zelle is Taja Moore 16 at Gmail. Cash App is my TikTok name. Thank you, Hydra. When do you see me getting my new place? Hold on, let me turn this down real quick. I need to hear. Honestly, I honestly feel like you're kind of in a transitional period right now. Like, there is a there's things that's happening behind the scenes, meaning like you're in a rush, but I feel like something is being cleared, something is being taken care of. I keep hearing 9 months, so I don't know if that means your own place, but I think things for you are going to be completely different in 9 months. What I'm hearing is that you need to learn how to nurture your mind a little bit, because it feels like you're in an uncomfortable situation that you don't necessarily want to be in. So you might be rushing to try to make things happen, but I don't think that's going to work out in your benefit. I think you need to hold tight. Hold on one second. And it feels like you maybe reached a tipping point though, where you feel like you can't wait. Hold on. Are you seeing with a sister or something? Sweetie? Yes, okay, that's what I was hearing. Yeah, what I'm feeling in that energy is that, yeah, I live with her now. That's what I thought, because I heard it was your sister. But it feels like there's some urgency around you wanting to move in a different direction, or feeling like you need to move faster than what spirit is trying to move. It feels like that everything is going to be completely different in 9 months. It feels like that you actually need the support right now. And I don't know if the support looks like how you want it to look, if I'm being honest. But it feels like 9 months is going to be an important time for you. I think that this period was meant to sit you down, so that you can figure out what direction you actually want to move. So what I would suggest, or what I'm feeling like, is that there needs to be a mindset change in the way that you're looking at things. Because it feels like you're in the energy of repelling instead of attracting. And so you gotta nurture yourself a little bit, and mother yourself in your mind, because there has to be an energy shift in order for you to attract what it is that you actually want. And I also think, I don't know if you recently went through some trauma or something, but it feels like that something needs to be released there. Can you give me confirmation, sweetie? Did you leave a relationship or something? Or what's the trauma? Like something feels like devastation or something. Yeah, previous relationship. Yeah. It feels like that there needs to be a mindset shift, my love. Like, and it feels like that you actually need the support right now. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, it feels like you actually need the support right now. And even though it's not the most ideal situation, and you're a person who might be used to having your own or wanting to be on your own, I think that there's some healing that needs to happen. And I think you're in the right environment for yourself right now to help you to shift that mindset. I don't know if you've had struggles in the past with accepting help. And I keep hearing being talked about, so I don't, can you give me confirmation around that? Like, was somebody talking about you, or feeling like people are going to talk about you, or is your sister talking about you? Like, what's the talking about? Or what is that, something from childhood? Ooh, child, my head is starting to dread in the back. Need to. Probably childhood. Yeah, it feels like it stems from somebody talking about you, so much so that you need to have your own. You need to have your, you feel like you need to have that. But to be honest, like I said, I feel like things are going to change for you in the next 9 months. I think right now what you need to focus on is getting yourself back to feeling good, focusing on joy, focusing on getting your mindset together. Does that make sense? Does that resonate with you, my love? Y'all definitely focus on that. Okay, my love. Yeah, but that's what it feels like. It feels like things are going to be completely different. I can't feel a specific timeline, but I keep hearing 9 months. And that feels like a long time, but it feels like, yeah, it feels like in 9 months you'll be in a different place in life altogether. It feels like like something is happening in 9 months, which is what, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April. It feels like April. And to be honest, it feels like 6 to 9 months. So it could be before April. August, September, October, November, December, January. Yeah, it feels like it's happening between January and April of next year. That you'll be in a completely different place in life. So, meaning like this, whatever you're going through right now will not even matter. I heard Justin Bieber did a sample of this song. I'm gonna have to peruse over there and see what's going on. Okay. Good. Yeah, and I feel like in the interim, just work on how you're thinking about things, because it also feels like there's a conversation that's always going on inside of your head. And I think that there needs to be some building up around worthiness and around self-love and around concepts like that, okay? Just focus your attention on there. Focus on mothering yourself when you start to have those spiraling thoughts, and you're going to be fine. Do you have kids? Okay. I don't have kids. Does she have kids, your sister? I don't know why I'm feeling kids energy around you. Oh, she has kids. Okay, I got you. A son, that's what I'm feeling. A boy's energy. Okay. All right, that makes sense. All right. Next I have Divine Reads. What's your question, my love? Oh, that's Hydra. What's your question, Hydra girl? Okay, Hydra. What is one of my most powerful spiritual gifts emerging now, and how can I enhance it? This actually feels like telepathy, meaning like it actually feels like you're leaning away from the visual inside of your head. It feels like you are moving into soul-to-soul coherence, which I think is actually going to help you start reading into soul-to-soul coherence, which I think is actually going to help you start reading faster. Not meaning that you read slow at all, but it's kind of similar to clairsentience in a way, which is like pure feeling, but it's soul-to-soul coherence, soul-to-soul connection. And it comes through empathy. So I don't know if you've been doing some work around your emotional energy and opening up emotionally, but this actually feels like that's huge in your field right now. Have you been doing healing work around your emotions and being more vulnerable, being more open, Hydra? Thank you, I'm from Nat. I think that's Terry. Thank you. A lot of healing work, yeah. It actually feels like a soul-to-soul coherence, which, like I said, telepathy is like communicating heart to heart, you know, which is mothering, facing my shadows. Got you. Yeah. So telepathy is kind of like telepathy. Telepathy is something that happens, you know, mind to mind, but telepathy is something that happens soul to soul. And I think because whatever it is that you've been clearing around your heart space, the betrayal, the heartbreak, heartache, the whatever it is, and that could be coming from parents, it feels like it's strengthening that connection, like more light is able to come through your chest. I actually feel that, and then there's another energy that's coming through for you as well. And I keep wanting to say here, like it feels like I can see visions with my eyes open, but also I've been seeing things and feeling things ahead. Yeah. Um, how are your dreams though? Because I keep hearing dream walking. Like you're able to walk through the dream world. That might be that telepathy though, because telepathy is kind of like clairsentience, and clairsentience is being able to feel things like before you get to a place or before, like ahead of time. But telepathy is like soul to soul coherence, so you feel somebody on a soul level. Yeah, I'm clearing and doing things in my dreams. Yeah, it feels like you've been dream walking too. This is my jail. Hold on, I need to hear. And I think you're sharpening when it comes to hearing energy, meaning like not just hearing the voice, but hearing the energy underneath the voice. Literally been doing the work in my dreams as well. Yeah, that's what it feels like. It feels like you've been dream walking. But I also feel like your ear, like your hearing, like something about your hearing, and it feels like feeling the energy or the tone underneath words is strengthening as well. And pay attention to how you feel when you enter into rooms as well. I can see people, yeah, that's the soul to soul code. That's telepathy. That's the soul to soul connection. Is you're not even seeing, it's like, yes, somebody can present themselves to you, but you feel who they are on a soul level. Let me tell you this though. Be careful when you meet people, because you can see in them what they can't see in themselves. And what I have found with strengthening that telepathy is that sometimes I can see people's potential and I try to push them towards that, or I treat them according to what I can see and not who they are right now. So I caution you to, yes, see behind the veil, see behind the mask, but make sure you know who you're talking to as well. Like feel into the energy and see what's, I need a few, okay. Hey, hey Wolf Smoke. I'm doing readings, y'all, $11 readings. So if you want a reading, you can send it to my Cash App, which is the same as my TikTok name, BIGTAJJJ. And then my Zelle is TajaMoore16@gmail. So TajaMoore16@gmail. Yes, I let people move through their cycle even though I can see behind. Yeah. Yep, so that's what about your hearing though? Have you been hearing a change in the way that you hear things? Because something feels hearing as well. Like hearing the energy behind or the tone behind. There's a lot of information that you're picking up that way, and I don't even know if you were aware that you picked it up that way. Yes, I can hear and feel. Okay, good. Yeah, it feels like the hearing is strengthening. It feels like you started dream walking, and then telepathy is what's rising in your field. Okay. All right, girl. It's actually a rare gift. Well, it's not a rare gift, but it only comes to those who have done enough clearing and also keep a humble and a genuine heart. So it's a really amazing gift to have, for real. Someone can say something and it feels like I'm a walk. Yeah, that's telepathy. It's like you only can lie to yourself, honey. You know? You only can lie to yourself. Alrighty, Nadia. What we got, Nadia? How's y'all feel like something is shifting in your main environment too? It feels relationship wise. How is your relationship with your mom shifting? Or is something changing with your relationship with your mom? I'm gonna send you more because I got another question. Okay, cool. Yes, I've been healing my mother wounds and my trauma. Oh, okay, that's not. Yeah, it feels like there's a shift around mom. Nadia, are you joyful? You're Nadia? Our relationship has been way better. Yeah, I can feel that. Okay, what's your question, my love? Or was that the question you put earlier? Let me scroll back. Can you tell me which ancestors? Is that the question that you want answered? Somebody is tall. I see a tall, I see a tall woman, Nadia. This feels like somebody on your mother's side. Not tall, but like taller. Yes, a message they have for me as we are trying to find our history. Oh, okay, I got you. Something feels like water, like about around water. I don't know why this feels like an ancient spring or something. There's a really tall lady. I ain't gonna say really tall. I'm saying like 5'9" to 5'11"-ish. Do you have like a great grandmother or something like this? This feels like, she feels like older. I don't even know if you would know the answer to this. I'm hearing trust your instincts. I don't know why I'm hearing something about a wheel. There's a wheel or something that's in public records that I think has some information that y'all looking for. Just join. Could I do a reading as well? Yes, you can, my love. You just send it to my Cash App, which is my TikTok name, Big Taj with 3 J's, or you send it to Zelle, which is TAJAMOORE16@gmail. I'm not sure how tall they were. I've been around my second time great grandmother. Okay, this feels a little older than that though. She feels like almost etheric in a way. There's a wheel though. My granny was just talking about getting her wheel in place and how she found my Nana's wheel. Okay, that makes sense because I was hearing something about a wheel. I don't know why I keep being pointed back to public record though. I think y'all need to hire a genealogist. Cause I'm hearing lost. Okay, this is what it feels like. It feels like there was like a structural change or something in the way that they were documenting people. Meaning that I think somebody in your family line was mislabeled for their color, meaning like they were listed as white or something when they were actually not. It feels like a mislabeling of and it caused a break or a loss of connection in y'all family line. I think I need to hire a genealogist. Yes, on the census. Yeah, it feels like somebody was labeled like white or something. They were listed from color to mulatto. Okay. And this person who was listed there, are y'all having trouble finding their parents or something? But it feels like somebody's being mislabeled somewhere. Yes, okay. I think it's because of that. It's because of the mislabeling. It feels like something happened in the structuring of that. I think y'all need to hire a genealogist. And a genealogist is kind of like a person who specializes in connecting family lineages. Because it feels like a mislabeling happened and it's going to be really hard for you to figure out this by yourself. This is crazy. We are down to 1806 so far for my 7 times great grandmother. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. It feels like I want to point y'all towards like North Carolina or something like that. Like down in that pocket. Like North Carolina, Georgia, South Carolina, like down in that pocket somewhere on that coast. Do you got family that live over there? Or do you have any ties to North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia area? This incense is about to kill me. Yeah. I don't know why I want to put y'all in North Carolina area. Is there a connection there, Nadia? Thank you. They were from Louisiana and Mississippi, but on the census, it said her mom may be from Georgia. Yeah, it feels like North Carolina, Georgia, South Carolina. Because I feel like they didn't used to be separate territories. Like they used to be a full picture or a full space or something. And I keep hearing reservation. So, it feels like there's some indigenous energy there. Okay, yeah. That's what I gotta say. I think you need to hire a genealogist because it feels like it was some mislabeling or something that happened in the system that's gonna make it really hard for you to tie down without somebody who can look into public records and stuff like that, because it feels like some stuff is in public record. I mean, it's been over 20 years, so you can do the digging yourself, but it might help to then I'm hearing something about land. There might be some land out there, or maybe I own land right now. I don't know, something feels like a reclaiming of something, like land. I feel like something was done intentionally with mislabeling, misidentifying. Because it feels like some land or something. Y'all owed some land or something. My mom is looking into claiming our land and has been saying similar things. Yeah, it feels like y'all are owed some land. So yeah. That's what I would say, love. I think I need to hire a genealogist because it feels like there was some purposeful mislabeling. I don't know why I feel like somebody, like I keep wanting to say the 1400, like something about the 1400s. I don't know if that means y'all been here since the 1400s or what, but something about the 1400s keeps replaying in my mind, and I try to ignore it a couple times and it just keeps coming back up, so I'm just gonna throw that out there. I think you might be able to trace it back to about the 1400s, but it feels like some land is owed, so I don't think your mama's wrong. I think that's an ancestral memory coming up. Hey Rita girl, thank you for buying the deck, girl. All right, Nadia, I hope that helps, my love. Period. Okay, Annie, are you Rita? Rita Marie? I'm excited for it to come, period. Thank you. I'm about to call and tell her now, period. This will be on YouTube too if you guys want to watch it back. So yeah. Okay, good, lady. What's your question? And you sent, is that a tip or you got 2 questions, 3 questions? Period. I love a tip. Tip your host. Just one question. What's your question, my love? Release some stress. Don't ever want to feel no pain. Hope I feel the sun, but it looks like rain. I just want to maintain. Tell me a better lyricist. My family is trying to communicate a strong message, and I was told to ask you. We share history. Ask if me and you share history. Wait, hold on. Is your family passed over? Okay, so your family is passed over. Okay, so that's crazy because I wrote down before you even start talking it was about relationships. A relationship. So, okay. That makes sense. Ears are ringing. So my family is trying to communicate a strong message, and I was told to ask you, do we share history? Is that the question? I don't know why I'm hearing soul family. Found me. What is that about? Found me. That was the question, my love? I'm sorry. Yes, but also, what is the one message they're trying to tell me? Yes, we are soul family. Yeah, that's what I heard. Hold on, Mariah. Not too much, sister. Before you get to hooting and hollering. What are they trying to communicate to me? Are you in a situation that you should be leaving? I'm hearing trust yourself, and I'm hearing leave. Holding on. I don't know why I feel like this might be job or something. Yes, but not sure if it's job or home. Something feels job related, but I also feel like I don't have the whole picture. I love both. You love both your job and your home. Yeah, something feels like they saying trust your instincts. Now I'm hearing leave. Not letting go. What's the significance of the home? Did you get that passed down or something? Like, what's the significance of the home? There's some attachment to the home for some reason. What's the significance for the home? Yeah, I'm not sure which one I want to let go. Spirit is saying you do know. Like something is, like, is there something significant wrong with the home? Like, what's the significance of the home? Something feels significant, and I keep wanting to be pushing you towards the home being let go. But it feels like there's attachment there that I don't understand. Oh. Okay, hold on, wait a second. Oh, y'all play too motherfucking much. Hold on, let me answer the puzzle, y'all. My family home was something my mom wanting me to keep. My family home or current home. I don't know why I feel guilt. So it must be your family home, because I feel like you gotta let go. Like you don't want to let go of something because of guilt, or because of, like, it felt like I thought you got passed down some property. That's why I was asking, does the home that you, like, the home that we're talking about, is that a family home, or is that was something that was given to you or something? Because it feels like there's an attachment to a home, but it feels like you need to let whatever that home is go. Which one are we talking about? Are we talking about your home that you live in, or your family home? Or are you trying to decide between your current home and your job and keep the family home? I'm confused. I'm so sorry. My old family home, should I let it go? Yeah, that's the one I'm feeling, is the one where there's some guilt if you let this go. I think you should let that go. I think you should let that go. Is there structurally something wrong with that home? I feel like there's structurally something going on there that might cost you more. I don't want to say something about, like, does it have a septic tank or something? Like, something feels structurally wrong with the home. I can't wait for this damn incense to go out. It's just doing nothing but pissing me off. Burning my damn eyes. I released, yes, went for closure. Okay, yeah. I think you need to let that go, babe. Yeah, it feels like something was wrong. Yeah, you know, I think that's the right decision. Not letting go. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one I'm feeling. My mom always wanted us to keep it, but I felt bad. Yeah, no. I think keeping that causes more burden than it does alleviating it. You know, and I feel guilt around whatever you need to let go, because I think you've been knowing for a while that you're supposed to let it go. But you're trying to appease. Is mom no longer here? I wanted to say somebody who is no longer here. Is your mom no longer here? Girl, just go out. Shit, damn. Oh shit, don't burn down the fucking house now. Come on now. Alright, listen. Leave it up to me to fuck some shit up. Is there anything else I need to let go of? Both parents passed. That's what I thought. Yeah, I think you need to let go of that, my love. Is there anything else I need to let go of? I feel like you need to have a career change. And I don't know if that means moving up where you are, girl. I don't know if that means moving up where you are, but it feels like somebody doesn't see your value, or somebody is not paying you your value, or something has happened with value. I actually do think that you enjoy what you do, but it feels like you getting the short end of the stick or something. Can you give me some confirmation, my love? I'm not rushing you. We got until my stomach touches my back, and then I have to go. I love what I'm doing. I'm great at it, but seriously undervalued. Yeah, it feels like somebody is not seeing your value. Can you not like go do that somewhere else? Because I think there's a level of comfort where you are, but can you not switch gears? Because I feel like you're not getting paid what you weigh. And Slick feel like overworking you or taking advantage of that. I just got comfortable. Yes, that's what I feel like. It feel like comfort. It feels like maybe also too you have trouble asking for what you want, or asking for what you need, or evaluating your worth properly. I think you need to move around. See what else is out there. You know, redo your resume, put some fillers out. It don't mean you got to leave tomorrow, but I think that you need to have some leverage on the table, so that maybe you can take that back to your current job and just let them know, like, hey, look, I'm getting offered this in another place. I want to see if you guys can match. If you can't, because I feel undervalued. I just got comfortable. Yeah, I think you got to get uncomfortable. Girl, so you can live the life you got. Because I think you enjoy it, but I also think that on some level it's just not fully meeting your needs. I just asked for a raise and they gave it to me, so I kind of feel strange if I should leave now. Don't do that, girl. Don't do that. You've been doing making a lot of decisions based off of guilt. You gotta build the life you wanna build, friend. You got to build the life you wanna build, friend. Even if they did give you a raise, it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. Still, look, you ain't gotta leave. Just put some feelers out there. See what else is cooking. What else is on the market? You know, I never let a job get comfortable with me. When I got a job, I'm always looking for another job, because if somebody comes in and says that they want to pay me more, because if y'all had to do budget cuts, y'all gonna look for somebody who can get paid less, and y'all don't care about firing me. Y'all not even gonna give me a 2-week notice. I keep jobs on their toes, because you gotta know your worth. You gotta know your worth in the workplace. I am an asset to have around. I've never left a job and they have not begged me to stay. You should have appreciated me when you had me. You know, don't let them get comfortable using you up, because I feel like you take on a lot more than other people too. No, fuck that. I don't like that. It don't sit right in my spirit. So I think you need to move around. I think you need to start asking for what you want. Period. In life, you got to do stuff based off what you want. You can't. You living this life for you now. You know. You know. That's how we handle that one. All right. Hold on, let me get Hydra real quick. What's your other question, Hydra? What's the most important guidance? I don't know why I hear delayed news. It feels like something is delayed. Because something is being realigned. Is something that you got going on not working, or is not working out based off of what you planned or something? I don't know why I feel like something is planned, is something has been delayed, or something is moved around, or something is being realigned or something. Oh, my head is itching. I was literally came up on 6 weeks last week with my locks, and I was going to wash them, and my mama told me I have to wait at least 2 months. That really upset me. It really did. I was just like, girl, I cannot. Look at this, hanging on for dear fucking life. Hey, I'm in the middle of court case, and it could be my spiritual contract. Oh, delayed news. Okay, the court case could be the delayed news. It feels like something might not be working out in your favor. Something might be being realigned or moved around or something like that. But your spiritual contract, I don't feel that. It feels like something you're actively working on or working towards. You're putting energy into whatever this thing, and it feels like something is delayed, or something is, whatever that is, it's not failure, it's being realigned. Okay, so that's what I hear. And let me see what else I feel. What else I hear. I don't know. I'm hearing you need to watch who doing your hair. Definitely the court case. Like who touches your crown is important. I don't know if you've been bouncing around to people you don't normally go to or something. I don't know what that is about. I was about to go to Elijah's hairstylist this week. Yeah, it feels like you gotta watch who touch your crown. So that's the other thing that I heard. Like you gotta watch who's in your hair. Like you can't just go to everybody. And if you do, you need to seal your crown before you go. Yeah, I feel like you need to anoint your crown and seal your crown before you let anybody just play in your hair, because you're not spiritually. You don't want to just have everybody's hands in your head. So that's another thing that I'm getting. Was the delayed news. Again, that feels like the court case. I'm getting the watch who's touching your head. You also gonna have to get comfortable. It feels like a shuffling of the board of the people that's around you. And it feels like you're taking certain things personal. And that feels like in relationships or something. I don't know if that's people not showing up when they're supposed to show up, or people not following through the way they're supposed to follow through, or something like that. You're gonna have to get comfortable walking the path alone. Like let go of whatever releases, let it go. Don't fester in it or sit in it or anything like that. It feels like there needs to be a cutting of some cords that are still, people still have you by the heart, meaning like you care. But it also feels like some of those things are being readjusted, and the people who are for you, some of them are starting to show up for you. So you gotta create space. And what I mean by that is like let go of whatever leaves, let it leave. Whatever leaves, let it leave. Can you give me some confirmation, love? I don't know why I keep feeling like there's something big that I'm missing. That's why I keep going, Hydra, because I feel like there's something big that I'm missing. Hey, Brianna. Yes, you agree. I don't know why I feel like I'm missing something. Hold on, let me. I can't hear it with the light so loud. Hold on. Yeah, like there's more. Yeah, it's something that I feel like I can't put my finger on. And I heard. No, yeah, it feels like a soul memory is coming to the top. And I don't know why this feels like it's coming from Dad's side. Because I keep seeing this beautiful like blue-green water. And I heard reconnecting to the ocean. Oh, that could make sense why you dream walking and stuff, because that's water energy. Because he's trying to remind me of where I'm from. I was talking to him earlier. Yeah, it feels like a soul memory is no, but I think that's preparation for something. I think a soul memory is coming to the top. It's an ancestral, it feels like an ancestral memory that's coming through, that's rising in your field. I talk about going to Dominica and etc. Yeah. Have you found yourself like irritable or something lately? It feels like there's an energy that don't belong to you that's rising in your field, but it's something that needs to be cleared, and it's a soul memory. That is crazy. What is going on here? Please hide. Yeah, it feels like a soul memory. And I don't know why I'm feeling dad's mom or dad's mom's mom. Maybe a little. Yeah, it doesn't feel like that's your energy. It feels like something is being transmuted. And the irritation don't even feel like the energy that I'm feeling. Like it feels like whatever this is, it has to do with ancestral grief, and ancestral rage. But it feels like it's coming up to be transmuted. I for some reason, I keep wanting to point you back to that water. It feels like if you can't visit there in the physical plane, maybe you need to visit there in spirit. Like literally pull up a picture, see what it looks like, and go there. Because it feels like it's something there that needs to be reclaimed. But there's some trauma or some grief that's sitting on top of it. And it honestly feels like you don't want to feel that. And you keep pushing it, moving it, whatever. Yes, we have land. Yeah, I think you need to look at some pictures and go there in your mind, because I think there's something that needs to be cleared. But as it's rising, you don't want to feel the thing. You don't want to feel the thing that is hiding underneath, meaning like it's hiding in some ancestral grief, some ancestral rage that you need to transmute so that you can get to whatever this is. I heard power. It feels like some power or something that needs to be reclaimed. Maybe because it might bring something out in regards to my father leaving. I don't know. It feels like your father's line. But no, this feels like like something that's in your ancestral codes, like something that's been hidden for a while within y'all's DNA. Feels like something is being, I heard a relic. Y'all have something that needs to be activated. And so I will go back to that land in your mind. I heard a relic, but it said reclaim power. Father's line, relic. I don't resonate with the father leaving part. But it feels like the grief and the rage need to be moved through in order for you to get access to this. Feels like you're talking to me as well. Could be a layered message. I hear a relic. I don't know why I'm hearing like a pendant. And for some reason that don't feel physical. Yes, my dream was a rage release dream last night. Yeah, it feels like something is coming through ancestral rage, sacred grief. Have you seen any pendants though? Like something, this doesn't feel like a physical object. That's why I'm confused, but it's like a pendant or something that y'all. Yes, in a past life, I was very much Moana, and I see visions of me by the water crying. Yeah, I could see that, because I want to point you to the water, like oh, the soul memory. What caused the grief though? Why were you crying by the water? Hey, Mary Lynn. I feel like you lost something. Maybe that's where the pendant is coming from. I was betrayed. How the, oh shit, my eyes. Yeah, I think that's what I think you need to do. I think you need to go back to, you need to go back to that memory by my own people. Okay, got you. And that could be the grief part of it. And I mean rage, because I'd be pissed off. My people betrayed me, but now that feels like hurt though. Feels like there's some power that needs to be reclaimed. reclaimed from that though. It feels like there was a lost relic or a pendant or something like that that was lost. And so I will look at some pictures of Dominica. Were you in Dominica in that lifetime? Because something feels very water, like something feels like blue-green waters. Or were you somewhere else? I'm not sure. Yeah, this feels like these waters look blue-green. I don't know how else to explain that. Like, hold on. Do the waters look like this in Dominica? Like, no. Like this. Like this bottom picture. Like this. Like very vibrant. So I don't even know if this is here on Earth, but that's what the water looked like to me. Like it's a blue, green, whatever it is. There's a reclamation of power that needs to happen. So what I would do is sit with myself in stillness, and I would say, whatever soul memory is trying to come to the top, I'm ready to reclaim my power. Please show me. Oh, okay. Yeah, ask your body to show you. Because it actually feels like a consequence from you opening your heart as well. I think your what did they just say? Well, not just, it was like 5 minutes ago. Opening the pathway, open up a passageway. Hey, Grace. That's not your name. Hey, Nikita. That's what I would do, Hydra. What was the other question? Who is the ancestor I hear the loudest? Not sure if any of my grandfathers. That I hear the loudest, or you? You're welcome. I feel your dad's grandfather around you. It feels like his wife. I keep hearing old lady. So I don't know if he called her his old lady or what, but I keep hearing old lady. Feels like dad's grandfather, dad's dad. And then somebody keeps saying something about an old lady. Can you confirm? Are they do you used to call somebody old lady or his old lady, or you knew it? Yeah, it feels like your dad's father. But what's the old lady though? Your grandfather called himself the old lady? Wait, I'm confused. I'm intrigued though. My ears are perked. Yeah. I think he called my grandmother old lady. Okay, yeah, because I felt like he was with somebody. He kept on saying the old lady. And I'm like, okay, who is that? Okay, yeah, that's who I feel is the loudest around you. Is that grandfather on your dad's side. But he's with, wait, hold on. Is she passed away? Is your grandmother on your dad's side passed away? I've been thinking about him a lot lately. You're not just thinking about him. It feels like he's around you. I mean, he's saying you need to have fun. Oh, she's passed away? Okay. Have you not been having fun? All work, no play. Could fall in love with you. Let me see what you say, girl. I'll be honest, I stay in the clouds talking to my ancestors. I'll be gonna go out with people. Yeah, it feels like you need to actually experience some things in the world, you know. And I don't mean like I mean experience. It feels like you need to have fun. Like that's what you keep talking about. You need to have fun. All work, no play. And that could be spiritual work, but it feels like you need to get out and have fun and like live your life and like, you know. What are we gonna do? I feel so safe with them and people are, I know, boo. But you here to be on earth. You here to be here. You know, and I think sometimes when you get spiritual gifts and stuff like that, or when you have your ancestors and stuff, you can get so entrenched in that relationship because it is interesting and it is new, but it keeps you distracted from what you're actually supposed to be doing here, you know. So yeah, it's cool to check in with your ancestors and stuff like that, but at the same time you're still supposed to be here. Now my question is, where is Pisces? Because Pisces is somewhere. Hey, what up though, Big Taj? Hey, y'all, I'm doing readings, so if y'all have one question reading, they're $11. My Cash App is Big Taj with 3 J's, so BIGTAJJJ, and my Zelle is TajaMoore16@gmail, TajaMoore16@gmail. If anybody wants any readings, I do. You're so right. Yeah, it feels like almost like keeping yourself safe. And it's not, here's the thing. Yes, I did, but it's for some reason it's not coming through in the chat. So I can see it, but people in the chat can't see it. So I'll try it again, but it didn't let me do it last time. Hold on. Okay, can you see it? Let me know y'all can see it. But yeah, no, friend, it feels like you finally found your peace of mind. And so it's almost like you don't want to go back out into the world and have that fucked up, you know? And so I feel like, oh, damn it. So it's T is in Tango. It's my first name, TajaMoore 16@gmail. My ex was a Pisces. Are you talking about new Pisces energy? Oh, your ex was a Pisces. No, I was asking where's Pisces in your chart. Thank you, Shiki. Thank you. Because they don't want me to be great. You're the oh. Yeah, you do Pisces very well. No, you can put your question in the chat, baby. The Zelle is a donation, $11 donation, and when you place an $11 donation, you get a free reading. They can't stop your greatness. Period. It's as hard as they motherfucking try. You can't keep a real bitch down. Okay. You're tired. Oh, you're a Leo. Yeah, but I'm feeling Pisces energy is winning the battle right now. So I'm wondering if something is transiting wherever your Pisces is at right now. Okay, Nadia, this was for you. This was for you. So you said, can I have guidance or a message on my career path I should follow? So what you think of me? I don't know why I heard trucking or something. Are you looking into trucking? Or trouble? I can't tell what I'm hearing. I keep hearing trouble or trucking or it's like a TR. Some Belvedere. Hold on, I need to hear it 1 second. Oh, that's my song. Don't let me pause it. No, I don't know why that feels like, but I don't know why I feel like this is not like a regular, like this is not a regular, like trucking out on the road. This feels like almost like a mobile bar or something, or not a bar, but like a mobile business, like you know how people be getting them what are you I'm not sure. I don't have interest in trucking. Yeah, this don't feel like this kind of feels like a mobile business or something like that. Like I don't know, something feels like you should be designing something. I don't know why I keep wanting to say like yeah, like a lemonade, like a food truck kind of, but like a but I don't know why I feel like you should be designing something, and I keep wanting to say cookies or something like that, but for some reason I can't connect this to you. Like I don't feel like it's connected to you. I don't know if this is connected to you or somebody. I don't know why I feel disconnected to your energy with this. That's my mom's dream, to cook and to have a food truck. Okay, that makes sense because I feel the energy, but for some reason it feels like it's not you. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why I'm hearing like you need to be helping her, and I've been trying to help her. Okay, that makes sense. I think you're supposed to be helping her though, because it feels like when I get it feels like even listen. Yeah, my Cash App is what's tagged in my bio. It's BIGTAJJJ, 3 J's. When I get into your energy, friend, I feel like you've worked a lot of jobs and you realize you don't want to work for people. It's like that type of energy, and I feel like I keep hearing land, so it feels like you would rather be on like some land or some shit, or out the way. But it feels like you are supposed to be helping your mom. Because I'm hearing, and I don't know if this is her dad or like somebody on her dad's side. Yeah, it feels like you're supposed to be helping your mom. What's the land though? Like, was you thinking about going off grid or some shit? Because I feel like you almost don't want to be bothered. Like, you don't want to be like with any of it. We have been talking about it as a family, like saving up for a family compound. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I think you're supposed to be helping your mom, love. It feels like whatever you do for work, like you almost haven't found your footing, or you almost haven't found like the thing you like to do. Like, I think you know that you like helping people, but you don't. but you also don't at the same time. So it feels like I don't know, your energy just feels really tired. It feels really stuck. It feels really like mud, like moving through mud. And I feel like what you actually need to do is, for one, somebody on dad's mom's dad's side, or somebody on this side is wanting you to help her. But I also feel like there needs to be re-evaluation of what you actually want in life, because I think that you've kind of just been doing stuff out of survival. Yes, I don't know how I went to school for communication, but it's like I want to do more, but I don't know. Yeah, it feels like you almost gotta it feels like you need to go back and look at your belief systems, figure out what's yours and figure out what belongs to everybody else. And then I think you need to do a sweep of like what you've prioritized as your values, and you know, because it feels like it moving out of moving based out of fear instead of what you actually want. I think you need to, I think there needs to be, because to be honest, when I'm in your energy, I can feel mom, I can feel the land thing, but that's all stuff other people want. I don't think you've carved out space for you to figure out like what it is that you want, because you're so bogged down with everybody else's stuff. I think you need to go back in your belief systems and stuff and clean some of the stuff out and start from scratch. Like, but whoever you think you are, don't start with what you know about yourself. Like, I think there needs to be a full gutting of who you think you are, you know, and what you think you're here to do. Because it feels like everything you've done up until this point feels like it was either fear-based or to appease somebody else. Can you give me some confirmation, my love? I hope I'm making sense. Because something feels very hard to move through in your energy. I was just saying to my mom, I feel like I don't know who I am sometimes, and I feel like it's just so late. It's not late, though. It's not late. You still here, ain't you? As long as you still here, it's not too late. You can completely... I was in a different place 3 years ago. I'm 33. You know, I've started over 1,000,000 times. I've been 1,000 different people. As long as you got air in your lungs and vibration in your body, you can go after whatever it is that you want. But that's what I feel. I feel like you are very disconnected from yourself. Like you don't know what's you and what's everybody else. And, you know, and I think you got to figure out who you are first, because I can't, in your energy, I feel everybody else shit. And so I think there needs to be a full gutting of who you think you are, and almost like starting from scratch, like redoing everything from the inside out, like whoever you think you know. And don't think that it's too late, because it's never too late. It really isn't. I feel like you are supposed to be doing your own thing. But you're not going to figure out what that is until you figure out who you are. The helping your mom is coming from somebody. Okay, my love, I've been looking at so many videos on renovation. I just had to ask for time alone. Oh, that's crazy, because I was just about to say, I don't know why I keep wanting to relate this to gutting like a house or gutting like a... So that makes sense. But I think you need to figure out who you are, my love. I think you also need to believe in yourself. And I think you need to take more risks too. You know? So I can have time to think and connect with myself. Yeah, it feels like... Yeah, it feels like you need to figure out what you want outside of mom and family and all of that, because it just... I have a hard time picking up on what it is that you want, because I have a hard time picking up on, I don't think you know. Like, I don't think you know. Like, it feels like a disconnect between you and what it is, like, yourself. And the only thing that puts me in that headspace is it's somebody who has either been doing their life for somebody else, or somebody who has been making fear-based decisions, like safe decisions. But there's a disconnect, and I think you need to reconnect with yourself, and that's going to give you your answers. But there might be some opportunity in the housing market. I would wait a little bit, because there's somewhat of a mini downtick in housing. But I mean, again, you could probably get something for cheaper. But when I was saying like gutting, I just kept feeling like I was like gutting a house or something. So that's what I'm saying, like a full gutting, a full, you know. So that makes sense. Maybe that can get you closer to what you want, my love. Because, yeah. Hey, Callie. Okay, Marilyn, are you Aaliyah? Hold on, wait. Who sent? Oh no, I'm sorry, you're Marilyn. Let me see who came first. Okay, yeah, you came first. So Marilyn, I'm gonna go with you first. What question do you have? Can I get a love reading? What is going on with my current connection? Okay. Ooh, I don't know why I'm getting. Ooh, that hurts. I don't know if this is your energy or what this is, but it feels like there is a safety issue. When you're a kid, there becomes a root issue when you don't have your physical, financial, emotional, or mental needs met. And I think that whatever this relationship is, I don't know if you're scared. You're scared of trusting. You're scared of that fucking hurts. Oh, reinventing yourself. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why I kept wanting to tie that to a house though. So maybe there is some potential there for you. But yeah, I think you do need to kind of reinvent yourself a little bit. Marilyn, can you give me some confirmation? Because something feels like a safety issue, like almost like you can't trust, or you're struggling when it comes to feeling safe in whatever situation. And this feels like this is coming for you, and it feels like something is going on in my or that could be your womb, because where is the Earth Star chakra? Ooh, that hurts. What is this chakra? No, that's root issue. Can you give me some confirmation on the not feeling safe? Like there is an issue, and I don't know if I'm picking up on this energy from you or from Joyful, but I just got a sharp pain in what feels like my root chakra, which is about not feeling safe emotionally, mentally, physically, financially. And if this is not you, then I'll get out of that. But that hurts. Like, did you have your needs met as a kid in those areas? Maybe emotionally or financially. Okay, so I don't know what that is, but I keep feeling like a safety issue, like not feeling safe. I don't know if that's scared of connection, scared of commitment. Oh, I'm wondering if this is his energy. Because I don't know why. I feel like this is I honestly feel like this is a good guy. Like well-intentioned. But I feel like whatever this is, if this is his energy, there might be some fear of commitment, fear of being hurt or not having his needs met, which could cause him to do things that are not yeah, safety. I just mean like like feeling emotionally safe. Like, can you be vulnerable with people? Like, can you express yourself without feeling like people are going to invalidate you and things like that. I don't know why I want to tie this to him though. Were y'all friends or something? This person that we talking about? Oh yes, but you're talking about my ex. Okay. I'm talking about your ex. So then the person you're talking to is the person that's well-intentioned? Or is your ex the well-intentioned person who had a fear of commitment? Y'all started off as friends, but it feels like that there's some potential of being hurt because of this fear of commitment, fear of safety, emotional safety. Ooh, that fucking hurts. All right, hold on. Oh, yes, me and my ex were friends before getting together. Okay. Let me see why this is being brought up. Hold on. Let me pause on the music because I just need to be able to hear. Okay, so, but I feel like I'm being pointed back to... Okay. Yes. I have that. But I feel like I'm being pointed back to that situation though, because it feels like that situation caused some trauma, which is causing you not to feel safe or not to be able to trust. Is this new guy, are you struggling to trust him? And I don't know why I feel like y'all want different things. Different things. Oh, I'm getting a twitching in my... No, I don't struggle to trust him, but I have developed commitment issues. Right, but the commitment issues... Yeah, but I think the commitment issues come from expecting that somebody is going to hurt you, a lack of trust. Hold on, where do commitment issues come from? Often stem from a variety of psychological, emotional, and experiential factors. These issues can root from past experiences, fears, or personal insecurities that make it difficult for the individual to fully invest in a long-term commitment. Common issues include fear of being hurt, losing independence, or not being ready for the responsibility that comes with commitment. I don't know why. I feel like it's trust issues. Like, you don't want to get hurt, so you're not commit. It's not that you don't want to commit, because I honestly feel like you would if you didn't have this pre-existing hurt that's standing in a way, and I feel like it's made you kind of avoid it in a way. But it feels like it comes from previous relationships or something. Like, or past, I ain't gonna say even previous relationships. It feels like it comes from the past or something. It feels like that there was some unhealthy situations emotionally, and I think you just don't want to be hurt again. And so when I want to be hurt again, when I'm picking up on the energy, yes, I pick up the energy of the ex, but like what ended y'all? You and this old guy, the guy with the root issues that I was picking up on. I'm sorry, I know you didn't come here to talk about that, but the spirit kind of works in funny ways. He had serious commitment issues. But what did he do though? Did he betray you, or did he was he cheating? I don't know. Something feels like you don't want to fully invest in something because you are afraid of getting hurt. Like you don't want to put yourself in that same position again. And it was going nowhere. And yes, he definitely betrayed and cheated. Yeah, I think you have residual trauma from that. So it feels like you are trying to protect yourself from getting hurt. And I do think this new guy, I don't know why, I feel like y'all want different things. I don't know why I feel like y'all want different things. But what I feel like the reason why this first guy was brought up though is because I don't know if you have good awareness of this trust issue that you've developed. Because it feels like that there was some type of trauma, there was some type of betrayal, there was some type of emotional instability, and that caused a trust issue of like not being able to trust people. So I think that it feels like on some level you've convinced yourself that you don't actually want that when you actually do. You just are afraid of being hurt. It just feels like you're afraid of being hurt. And I'm sorry I keep saying it that way. I know you not to air out my business, LOL, but the new guy has a girlfriend. Oh, y'all want different things. Okay, I don't care about you airing out your business. You do what you do. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you what I feel like I'm feeling, because I'm here again. I'm feeling avoidant energy, and I'm feeling like you have. I'm just gonna put this out here. You take it, you leave it, you whatever. This is with compassion, okay? It feels like that you have decided that people are unreliable, okay? And because you decided that people are unreliable, you seek out people who are going to disappoint you, because that's what you expect anyways, okay? It almost feels like a survival method. And I don't even want to say that it's like I don't even want to say that it's like, it's almost like, yeah, you do have commitment issues, but it's because you expect the worst, or it's like you expect the worst and you seeking out unattainable people because you feel like people are not reliable. And that in some way, because you have dealt with that before in previous relationships where somebody was entangled with somebody else or somebody was doing other things, it's almost like you, it's your way of taking control of the situation. But I don't think that's actually what you want. I think you do want genuine connection. And I think for some reason in this situation, it validates you in some way. But I think you do want genuine connection. So I think you have to kind of reevaluate what you want, because it feels like you and this new guy want different things. That's the only thing I could really say about that, is that it feels like y'all want different things. And I think you need to look back at that trauma that previous relationship caused you, because that feels like devastation, or like I trusted you and you fucking, you know, like it feels like that type of energy. And I think that there needs to be some processing of that, and also you getting back to a point, or maybe even being with yourself for a second, but so that you can get back to a point where you're able to actually trust that there are people out there that won't do you that same way. Because it feels like you've decided in your head that they are gonna do that, so I might as well do what the fuck I want to do, you know, or I might as well get them before they get me, or I might as well play the game, you know. Like it feels like that type of energy. I ain't saying those words specifically, but that's what the energy behind it kind of feels like. It's almost like Your energy has become avoidant in a way, or like, my advice to you is just don't change the purity of your love and the innocence of your love because somebody else wasn't able to receive it, because that's what you're saying to yourself, is that you were the problem. You are not the problem, my love. You are not the problem. So change the people, you know. But that's what I feel in that energy, and I couldn't get off of it because that was just what I was feeling, you know. It feels like a trust issue, and it feels like you're trying to take control of the situation because you don't want to be hurt again. And I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that's an honest experience that we've all kind of been through, you know. It's an honest experience. So thank you for sharing, because I think it takes some courage to, you know, talk about the things you're going to, and also getting readings. Like, we be in your guts, and I'm sorry to be in your guts, girl. But that's just what I'm feeling, okay? Because I think you do want genuine connection, and I think you deserve genuine connection. But I also think that you have to fix the way that you're looking at the situation, and go back and heal from the trauma that these other people have caused you, because you deserve to have people who meet you exactly where you are, and you deserve to be chosen, and you deserve to be cared for, and you deserve for your needs to get met. You just have to fix what has been done, you know. You have to love yourself radically, and be comfortable waiting for what is for you to come along. Okay. And that don't mean you ain't gonna make mistakes along the way. That don't mean you ain't gonna go backwards. That don't mean you ain't gonna, you know, whatever. Give yourself grace. You ain't supposed to be perfect. You only supposed to be authentic. You know, give yourself some time to work through it and figure it out. Don't feel like you need to make a decision tonight and it's a light switch. It don't work like that. It's more of like a dimmer. Okay. But that's what I would say. I'm feeling in that energy, my love. I really hope that helps. And you're welcome. Hey, Tyrius, you are so very welcome, my love. All right. Now let's go on to Aaliyah. Aaliyah, I'm not gonna call out your last name because that's really diabolical. Aaliyah, where you at, girl? Is Aaliyah still in the chat? Oh, this is me. Hey, girl. This is me. What should I be doing right now? And am I on the right path? I don't know why I feel like there's a hold on, Usher. My bad. I'm sorry. I'm getting a message and I need to hear. I almost think you need to get comfortable with stillness. And what I mean by that is it kind of feels like whenever you in the in-between, you are struggling with feeling satisfied. And I think a lot of us are kind of affected by this. But it's like you're constantly reaching for more, thinking that you're supposed to be somewhere else than where you actually are. And it's causing you to not be satisfied with all that you have accomplished and the strides that you've made within your journey. Because I think you're trying to reach a specific destination, and it's not about that. And also it also feels like there's some perfectionism or something there. And that comes from performance, like thinking that you have to do more, thinking you have to do, and like being ambitious on your journey in a way that you are ambitious in this society. And it doesn't work like that. It's more so about resonance. It's about things are a lot slower. Things require you to kind of be grounded in yourself and your body and your energy, and not so forward thinking. And I think that forward thinking causes you to be dissatisfied with where you are. you know. So the first thing that I want to say is you need to slow down. I think you need to sit in stillness a little bit more and just ground yourself where you are, you know. You're always where you're supposed to be. Okay. But it feels like that perfectionism is what is causing some issues, because you think you got to be perfect on this journey, or you think that you know, you can get more by doing more. Yeah, that's what it feels like. That very uncomfortable for you to feel still. But there's a transition in between cycles where you're being like where your central nervous system is really rewiring itself to get you prepared for the next step, where your brain is creating new neural pathways so that you can send these new messages, or you can receive these new messages. It feels like you got to learn how to plant your feet in the ground and be comfortable where you are, regardless of what's going on. Like, it's almost like you need to get out of your mind and into your body. Okay? Get into your body. Be where your body is. And it's okay for you to rest. You don't have to keep going. I think you need to start doing stuff without doing it for a specific outcome. Meaning, like, doing stuff just because you want to have fun. Doing stuff because you just enjoy doing it. Like, sitting with yourself and sitting in your accomplishments and stuff, and how far you have come. Because I also think you struggle to see your impact, which is causing you to continually reach for more. I don't even want to say impact. Progress is what I wanted to say. You struggle to see your progress. I think you need to learn how to be still. What was the question? I'm sorry. I know I went off on a tangent, but I needed to get that off. Hi, this is me. What should I be doing right now? Am I on my path? Yeah, still. I think you need to be still. I think you need to have some fun to kind of enjoy a life so you can anchor yourself in satisfaction. And I don't know why you need to, or why I'm being told you need to journal. I don't know if that's something that you do, but I think it, nurturing your mind around, because something feels like an inadequacy. Something feels like an inadequacy issue, meaning that, like you're trying to prove something, or you're trying to prove like your worth, or prove to yourself, but I was journaling, but I've been lacking. Yeah, I think you need to journal again, because I think that helps you to process your emotions, and that acts like a container for you to process whatever it is that you're going through. But it feels like there's an inadequacy issue, not feeling enough, or not feel like you're doing enough, or, you know, like it feels like it's up in that area. And so I just want to encourage you to sit still. I want you to journal so you can manage your thoughts in your mind. And I want you to know that it's okay for you to rest. Okay, you in a rush to get somewhere, and you're not even supposed to be going somewhere. You're supposed to be anchoring in a feeling instead of a destination. Like, it's about resonance, and resonance is a lot slower than performance, if that makes sense. Did that make sense? I'm so sorry. I think you need to stop doing so much. You know, if you read a fiction book. Don't read a self-help book that has an agenda of you're trying to fix yourself, because you keep telling yourself that you're broken and that you need to be somewhere else. So you need to do something else, and you are not broken. You're exactly who you're supposed to be right now in this time and place. You know? And so there needs to be, it's hard to distinguish what I really want from what I think I'm supposed to do. I think you need to stop thinking about the supposed to's. I think you need to just kind of be where you are and sit in the stillness so that the clarity can come. But the clarity can't come if you got all these thoughts going on in your mind and you constantly rushing, running. You know, like, I think you need to really anchor yourself, and I think it'll come to you. I think it'll open up a channel for you to start hearing yourself clearer. Because it feels like you're operating out of your mind, and you need to be in your body, because your body is where the wisdom is. You know, all of your soul memories, because you're here to remember. You ain't here to become something. You're here to remember who you are. And so you can't remember if you moving so fast and you always going in your mind and in your body. You know, like I think you need to slow down. I think you need to sit into stillness. I think you need to just journal for the sake of like just getting out whatever's on your mind, you know? And stop thinking you're supposed to be somewhere else because it's causing you to be dissatisfied with where you are. I know it feels hard because you can't see the whole board or the bigger picture, but you got to learn how to nurture yourself. Because I don't think nothing can come through new because you got so much going on up there in the noodle. And I don't know if that means that you're consuming a lot of content, consuming a lot of information, or if that means you're overthinking. But something feels like you're up here instead of down here. Baby, that I wish I was doing. Why? Because you want to do them? Or because you think you should be doing more? Are you comparing yourself to where other people are? Because your journey looks different. I think what you need right now is to stop all the shit that you're doing. I think you should stop it all. And allow yourself a second to catch your breath. Because something also feels impulsive about your energy. Like you rushing somewhere. Lord, have mercy on me. You know, I think you need to slow down, sister. Did I do a reading for you before? Like a private reading? You're welcome. Oh, I did. Okay. Gotcha. Something felt familiar about your energy. But I think you should slow down. I think all shit that you're trying to get accomplished, stop trying to get it accomplished. Because you got to figure out what's actually aligned. And I don't think you figured that out. I think it's like you think you should be further than you are instead of just being where you are. You don't got to be further. You don't. You're exactly where you're supposed to be right now. And although it may be uncomfortable, you know, you're exactly where you're supposed to be right now. Okay, I can feel what it is. All right. I think you need to anchor into yourself. Because I don't know why I feel like you're supposed to be speaking up about the stuff that you've been through. See you moving on, maybe we can see you play on Saturday. Does that make sense, my love? I feel like I open up too much about the stuff I've been through. What you mean? What you mean? Like, online? No, I'm talking about, like, I think you're supposed to be helping people navigate some of the situations that you have navigated. That's why I think journaling is important, because I think it helps you to wrap your head around things. But I also think you got to get out of the victim energy and into the survivor energy. And I don't know how far you are on that journey, because I think you're still surrounded by some of the circumstances that hurt you. I don't think I have people that want to hear what I have to say. Why do you feel like that? Why you say that? Relaxation. The people around you got an accountability issue or something? I'm talking about the feeling after opening up. Yeah, but just because those people rejected you don't mean the world is. It's going to be somebody out there that feel whatever it is that you've been through. I think you're just talking to the wrong people about it. I don't know why I feel like you're supposed to be storytelling or you're supposed to be talking about your experiences, because there's other people who feel that or have been through that and don't have a voice. Don't think because the people who caused the problem don't get it, that everybody else is not going to. because I think there are people who are going to resonate with whatever it is that you've been through. And for some reason, I want to cry. So I'm going to assume that that's trauma. Maybe we could save the nation. Come on, friend. Maybe we could save the nation. One of the hardest things was for me to speak up about the stuff that I had been through, because I was afraid of how my family was going to perceive it and how they was going to feel about it. And yeah, some of them got mad, some of them got angry, some of them cussed me out, you know, but my truth is my truth and I get to tell it, and I'm going to tell it my way. And through me doing that, I built an entire platform off of that, trying to help people heal, because I had been in so much pain that I was tired and I did not want to see other people go through that same thing. Your story is yours to tell. And even if they don't see it, you stop talking to those people. I stopped talking to them and I came to TikTok. Now I work for myself. I think you're supposed to be sharing your experiences. Don't think because them people who caused it don't get it that somebody don't need to hear it. Because I think quite the opposite. I actually think that you are good with words. I think you're good with, I keep wanting you to write, you know, journal, organize, you know, and do that. Because I think you're very valid in your experience, but people don't want to hold themselves accountable. And that's not on you. You can't make people be mature or emotionally intelligent. You know, and I don't know why your energy feels very young to me too. And a little defeated, if I may say so. That's what I think. I'm sorry. I don't know if I dug too deep, friend. I apologize. But that's just how I feel. I feel like you're supposed to be sharing your experience. Okay. It's 7 o'clock. I don't know if I want to take any more readings, y'all. I'm gonna be back on here on Thursday. Girl, my jam. Maya, you can tell me nothing. She was like the first person who I feel like actually looked like me. Because at first, Mariah Carey, you know, but she really more so like looked like my mama, not me. Maya is the reason why I started dancing. Jazz, ballet, contemporary. I gotta clarify because people think I be falling down that pole, and I wasn't falling down that pole. Even though I don't got nothing against it. You know, but she was a trained dancer. And I said, you know what? Yes, bitch, yes. You know, and so I love Maya. She's so underrated. You're welcome, my love. So y'all, I'll be on here on Thursday. I do this every Tuesday and Thursday evening time. Mondays I do sound baths. Wednesdays 1:00 p.m. Pacific time, 3 Central, 4 Eastern. We talk spiritual talk with Big Taj. That's usually a 2-3 hour session. Oh, you donate? Hold on. Where did you donate? Zelle. I don't think that came through, my love. Let me sign into my account. But I don't think that came through. You might have to. Did you get a receipt for it? Because they usually give you a confirmation. Oh, yep, I do have it. Hold on. I don't know why it's not coming through on the other end. Okay, what's your question, love? Oh, I do have it. 33 minutes ago. Crazy. I'm so sorry I missed you, my love. Yeah, I see it now, love. Can you tell me what your question is? And then you'll be my last person. Are you trying to move? I don't know why I feel like you're trying to move, and I don't know why this feels like out of state or something. Or maybe you should be moving. Something feels like moving. Yes, trying to move. I don't know about out of state, but yeah, moving. No new state. Who's this? I don't know why I'm here in Texas. Are you in Texas? Why do I spirits tell me a couple people need to move to Texas? What the fuck is going on in Texas? No, I'm in Florida. Okay. Okay. I feel like you're supposed to be moving, or you're about to be moving, or something like that. I don't know why I feel like it should be to Texas, but you know what? Do what you do, boo. What is this? Okay. Hold on though, Tony, so I can hear. I'm hearing structure. I don't know if that means that you don't have structure in your life and you're trying to build structure, or that's something that you need in your life is structure. But it feels like something is being built on a new foundation. I don't know if you just changed the way you was doing something, or you thinking about stuff differently. I've thought about it. I have. Oh, okay. You thought about Texas. Did you just have a mindset shift or something? Like, did something just happen recently? Don't have it, trying to build it currently. Oh, you don't have the structure. Yes, it feels like structure is important in whatever this next step is, so you can build things on a sturdier foundation. I don't know if they're saying you need to change your mindset and the way that you're looking at things, because something feels very practical about your energy. Safe, practical. Yes, I had a timeline shift last week on Monday. Yeah, it feels like something shifted, something changed. So I'm hearing trust. You need to trust yourself. I don't know why I keep feeling like you playing it safe, or you doing something you were doing something safe. Like, I need an answer on that. Are you a practical person or something, or say like you move? Something feels safe. I don't know what it is. Like a safety net, or like like making decisions because of familiarity or comfortability. Baby, 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 baby. Ooh, Taurus energy. Not too much. Not too much on us, friend. I got kids. That's what I was feeling too. Okay. Yeah, living my life safe. I got kids. I'm an Aries sun, Aquarius moon. Oh, yeah. I'm trying not to move irresponsibly. Yeah, that makes sense. Because I was just about to ask you, did you have kids? Because I was feeling that. So I mean, that's common that you would be making decisions based off of what their needs are, and being a little bit more. But I don't know why you feel. I love risk though. I was about to say, I don't know why your energy feels spontaneous though. You know, like it feels like you have more of an adventurous type of energy to you, but it feels like you're not doing whatever you're doing because of safety or comfort, or is your safety net in Florida, like your family and stuff? All damn day, yeah. I don't know why I feel like you need to take the leap, and I don't know why Texas. Texas feels like everything's bigger in Texas. It feels like Texas needs to be. I don't know. Like, that's what I'm feeling like, because I'm feeling like you kind of stifled, or you're kind of not living your life how you want to live your life, you know? My safety net is not being homeless on this journey. Okay, got you. So you making moves based out of fear. You don't got family and stuff in Florida? Or you just trying, listen, I get it, sister. Yeah, I'm definitely not living my life. Yeah, that's what it feels like. I feel like I don't know why I want to put you in Texas, but I feel like, yeah, they aren't supportive. Okay. I don't want, well, I don't know what's keeping you tied to Florida though, because it feels like family or somebody is in Florida that's oh, it might be the kid, it could be the kids. Because I feel you like tied to Florida for some reason. I thought that was family. Am I missing something? Is there like my mom and sister are here. Okay. To be honest, I feel like you need to take the leap. I hate to say that too, because I know that you have kind of just decided, but it feels like when I hear what's next, I heard move, I heard Texas, and I heard you need structure, which means that you need to plan it out, you know? But, period, heavy on the but. You need to plan it out because it feels like your mindset has shifted, and it's almost like that time in Florida has expired. Oh, you can't, that's the balloon, that's what's keeping you tied. That is what's keeping you tied, is the child support. Okay. You can't move 50 miles outside of it. Okay, that makes sense because it felt like you tied to there for some reason. Oh, so you can't go to Texas because that's far. Well, y'all can't go back to court? Oh no, you probably don't want to do that. I don't know, something feels suffocating. Or stuck. Not even gonna say suffocating because I don't think it's that bad. It just kind of feels stuck, or like I feel like you're tied to Florida, like almost like a balloon on a string. Is how it's like how I'm seeing it. So that's why I thought it was family, but I mean it could. That's very much so. Exactly what I was looking for. Have you talked to, or y'all don't have a good relationship? Did y'all know he used to date Beyonce before Jay-Z? Anyways, that's none of my business. Yeah, it's actually that bad energetically for me. It's all them and their family. Their father, yes, I thought. Because as soon as that came out of my mouth, I said hard no. So your name is Sarah? Girl, you might not even know what energy you incarnate under. Yo, Shayla, yes, they actually was dating, and you know, Jay-Z ruined his whole. Apparently, Jay-Z ruined his career behind her. I said, what is that cat doing? You know, because there's also like supposedly like a schmeck with allegedly with Pimp C, and it don't even matter. I understand that now, my love, of why you feel the way that you do. Well, she's a Scorpio moon, it tracks. Yeah, I know. Gang, gang. No, so listen, I changed my name to carry a different energy. My name is Brianna. Period. That's a good choice. That's what I feel like, though. I feel like you're being tied to Florida, but I feel like you're supposed to be in Texas. So I'm going to get off of that. Sometimes what's in my head is just in my head and I can't move past it. And I have an obsessive personality sometimes. And so like I can feel, that's all I'm going to say. Okay. I feel like you kind of stuck there, and I feel like that's fucking up the vibe, if I'm being honest. So I think you would do well in Texas. Like Dallas. I don't even feel Houston. I feel like more like Dallas area. Austin. No, it feels more like Dallas. Well, that doesn't help because you asking what's next, and that can't be next. Um, okay, so I'm hearing the structure again. I think you need to kind of structure, you need to get some structure, but I also feel like you got to have some fun. Like you've been in the house or something. It is astrocartography wise where I live at a spiritual boot camp and baby, I'm tired. Yes. Yes. It feels like you need to have some fun and you might have been in the house for a minute. Almost too responsible, and I don't know, not that there's such thing as being too responsible when you got kids. My mom was a Sagittarius. She didn't have a responsible bone in her body, but I feel like you need to do some stuff for you. Like you need to have fun. You need to go out and connect with people because I also feel like you're missing genuine connection. I don't know if that, and I also feel like it's like almost like afraid of putting yourself out there as well because I think you have been hurt in relationships. But I think you need to go have fun. I think you need to get in spaces and into things that actually bring you joy so that you can meet people. Because I don't want to say lonely, but I feel like your energy feels isolated in a way. And that's why I feel like get out of there. Yes, joy isn't a thing over here. Yes, I know, but baby, who gonna watch these kids? Yes, that's fear. Yes. I don't know who gonna watch the kids, girl. I see your dilemma. I love you a lot. There's only a few spiritual teachers my soul resonate with, and you're one of them. Oh, thank you, Bernard. Thank you. I appreciate that. This is my jam. I think that's what's next. I don't know. Take the kids with you, girl. Like I feel like you need to spend some, like it's almost like self-love. Like you need to pour some energy back into you. Y'all are amazing. Shout out to all the people who have purchased my deck. No, I think you need to take the kids with you or something because I think you need to get into spaces where you are making genuine connections because it feels like you long for something like that, but it feels like you're not in a place where you ever could connect with people. Yes, I agree with that. Pour finally into me. Yes, that's what I feel like. I feel like your life is about, it's almost too responsible. Like I feel like it's strangling you or it's suffocating you or it's, and your energy, your actual energy feels like spontaneity and like, like it feels like it wants to have fun. It wants to have new experiences. It wants to do all these things, but I got all these responsibilities. That's what it feels like. That's what it feels like. And I don't like that for you because I feel like you need to do something different. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, I'm a Capricorn stellium in the third house, girl. Believe you me, I know some Capricorn energy. That's self-imposed limitations, though. That's where I'm feeling that practical energy, the practicality. I think you need to, there is a way. We just got to figure out what the way is. I don't know if that means you hire a babysitter. I don't know if that means you take the kids with you to more like family places. Like, if they got like events where, kids can run around and play and maybe you meet some other mothers. I don't know if you put the kids in sports and you start being a sports mom. Like, I think you need to just get around more people though, because your energy, it feels like you long for connection. And you're not having fun and you're just existing and something feels suffocating about that. Like your energy is actually a bouncy energy. Your energy is actually a risky energy. Your energy is a little risky. And you're not able to be spontaneous in the way that your energy kind of operates. And to be honest too, your energy do feel a little cold as well. And that kind of feels like emotionally. I don't know if you turned off your, you said fuck everybody. But you got to be willing to put yourself out there because I also feel like you're a people person. Now, I ain't going to say like a people person, but it feels like you want that connection. Like you want that. You want that thing. Does that make sense, my love? Yeah, that emotional shit. I think you need to be more of that emotional shit. You know, like, because something feels like closed, like something feels kind of closed in the emotion sector. But it also feels like I said, like, I think it's valid. I think that a lot of people have hurt you in through relationships and stuff, and so because it feels like kind of like betrayal in a way. But I think you is saying that you can't have these things. You know, you are in your own way. It's like it's not practical. It's not this. Well, I don't have this. I don't have that. Well, I need this. I need that. Where there's a will, there's a motherfucking way. You need to figure out that way. It all makes sense. I wonder if it's because I'm back in my mama's house. Probably because I wanted to say earlier, but then you said you was kind of separate from them. But I wanted to say earlier that you're still in the environment that hurt you. But then you said you was isolated. I mean, you don't fuck with your family. Oh, I was wondering if that's why you feel suffocated. Okay. You know what? I might be picking that up. So you trying to protect yourself? Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I think you're moving, and I want to put you in Texas, but even if it is Florida, I think that's going to help in general. She can't babysit the kids. I think you need to listen. No, you don't want to re-traumatize. I mean, traumatizing. Damn. Yeah, I was homeless and had 4 girls, so I'm here trying to keep them alive. Personally, yeah, I got you. I got you, my love. Well, I'm glad that you're in a better position. Let me first say that. You know, I really am. Maybe you can start out something small, and there's something to say because I'm weird, but yeah. Yeah, I think. Yeah, no, I feel that. Because as soon as I said that, I immediately felt like, even if you did, like, it's like y'all are different in the way the child raised kids or, you know, whatever. So traumatizing. But even start small, you know, like maybe see if there's some free events that are family events and maybe just you and the kids go. You know, maybe you can order a little paint and sip, you know, thing off of TikTok and y'all paint and sit together or something. Or maybe you can, you know, but whatever it is, you need to weave some joy back into your life because I feel like that's missing. I feel like genuine connection is missing. And I feel like you're about to move and it's going to give you more, like whatever it is, you do need to have structure and things are being built on a better foundation right now. So that could explain why you're in a situation that you're in. But I think you need to move. I think you need to have fun. And I think you need to put yourself in positions where you can make genuine connection. And because a lot of the ways that you're thinking about stuff is like, I can't. And you can. You just got to find another way. Yeah, she don't like the way I raised them. Okay, yeah, I know I'm supposed to heal through motherhood. Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. And it's okay. It's not for her to like, you know? But I would love to see you have fun, even if it's just something simple as, you know, yeah, my dad lives in Texas, but I don't like him either. He's fake. It's okay. I still want to point you towards Texas. I think that would be a good environment for you. But I do think that there's some structure. Like you need to be you need some structure, right? You need to get on a good foundation. And then the Capricorn energy, you got to learn how to get over those self-imposed limitations. You know, you can either both faith and fear require you to believe in something that you can't see. You know, so think of everything that could go right instead of everything that could go wrong. But I would love to see you go and have some fun, girl. Even if it's in a mini way, you know, maybe it's y'all sit down and you pop some popcorn and y'all have a movie night at home, you know, or I don't know, but I feel like you need to have fun. You know, go get you a fictional book or go get you a little spicy book or something. And like, you need something, you know, because I feel like it's just living, existing. And there hasn't been a lot of joy in that, you know. Yeah, girl. I'm a Capricorn Taurus with a Capricorn stellium, Capricorn North Node. Okay, Uranus and Neptune and Capricorn rules my fucking life. Yeah, working on that structure. Okay. Girl, we have family night every Friday, but it's me. Got you. Okay. Um, Maybe you don't do, like the family night, maybe you don't do it for them. You do something you want to like. And maybe you just introducing your kids like, hey, this is a movie I loved when I was a kid, you know? Like, or like, I don't know, but it almost feels like something is cold. Like something needs to be thawed out. Like you need to start having fun again. Like you need to, I don't know, go skating or go, I don't know, some of the stuff that you love to do as a kid. Like and maybe just introduce the kids to it. Well, skating costs money, but just something. I don't know. I don't know how to explain that, but I feel like you need to have fun. There is a energy of you moving or wanting to move. So I think that's forefront, but also the self-imposed limitations, because it's not only Capricorn, it's also Aquarius, and you have an Aquarius moon. Okay, and Aquarius is also Saturn energy. Both of those are Saturn, right? Capricorn is self-imposed limitations. It's like the limitations you place on yourself that you need to get over in order for you to feel liberation. Aquarius is liberation in society. It's humanitarianism, right? But it's also mommy issues around emotional availability. It's around holding the water, not expressing the emotions or being cold emotionally. So yeah. That's what I got to say, girl. I hope that helps. So yeah. Yes, my North Node is in Aquarius there too. Yeah, so you're supposed to master Aquarius. Fifth house, moon and 6, yeah. And that's in relationships. In relationships, Aquarius is a very humanitarianistic energy, but it also likes to compartmentalize. It also likes logic and intellectualizing things. I think Aquarius energy is always in his head. We always talk about Virgo being in their head. Aquarius be up that motherfucker living too. So I think that there needs some, and maybe that's why they're saying structures, because Capricorn and Aquarius are structured type of energies, so that makes sense. Yeah, you need to get out your head and into your body, start having fun again. That could be as simple as, it don't even got to cost you no money. Go to the park, lay out a blanket, read a book, let the kids run wild, sit up against a tree and just enjoy being there. Maybe you go down a slide, maybe you go down a swing, like, I don't know, but it needs to be some fun up in there. That's all I got to say. All right. But yeah, that makes sense. Something feels very like you need fun. The moving situation, I feel self-imposed limitations. Okay. So yeah. All right, y'all. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. You're welcome, my love. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. I am hopping off of here. I'll be back on Thursday at 4, 5, 6 o'clock. It just depends on whenever I hop on, but I'm always here Thursday nights-ish. Same with Tuesday. Tomorrow I'll be on at 1 o'clock to finish the conversation over Atlantis. We'll talk about the Lyran Wars and the Sarah Flame and stuff like that. Wrap that section up before we continue on with what we need to do now to move forward as a society and things like that. I love y'all deep. I want y'all to have an amazing rest of y'all week, even though I'm gonna see y'all for 2 more days and like all of that. Yeah, anyways, bye. See you later.